Hey, Jules Boucher, welcome to Outperform. Listen, I'm going to talk to you today about when is the best time to start a diet. Okay, so regardless if you are an athlete, so I work with a lot of jiu-jitsu players and MMA guys. They come into the gym, they're ready to get started, they're excited about their new journey, and so of course right away everybody wants to lose weight. Okay, this is no different from general population that I work with, fitness people regardless. Even sometimes fitness people who are competitive, maybe in the physique training or bodybuilding or this and that, you get a new client and it's normally the number one thing, unless it's straight bodybuilding, is just, I want to lose weight. So when is the best time to start the diet? Okay, so what we need to is, in my opinion, okay, not saying that other people may disagree with me, and that's fine. Just letting you know that I think that the best thing for you to do is to find a new set point. All right. So what is a set point? So a set point is a typical weight that you find yourself that you normally hover around. So let's take two examples. Okay, one, we're going to look at the person who is non-active. Okay, so let's say not really fad dieting, but let's just say you try to make healthy, conscious efforts to better yourself. And throughout the years, you've always noticed that you started at 200 pounds, you didn't like it, you were overweight. And then when you did these healthy diets or whatever, that you always ended up around 100 and say 85 pounds. Okay, so you get to 185 pounds and you typically hover around that spot. And then if you kind of go off track and don't really pay attention again, you just kind of float back up to maybe 200 again. But for the most part, if you get into a regimen of trying to better yourself, you always seem to get to 185. And you don't really ever go lower than that, but you don't also ever go higher than that. You just basically sit at that point. So that is basically your set point. From a fitness standpoint, it would basically be the same thing, but we're just looking at it from a standpoint of fitness. And so that every time you get into the gym, or maybe you've been in the gym for quite some time now, and you've sat at that weight. So that could be anywhere between 180 pounds to 187 pounds. Now remember, this is just an example, okay? So no matter how much you bulk up or you lean down, you typically are always in that in that set pound range. Okay, so that is your set point. So when I have someone come to me, say from a general population, you often get some unclear answers because the questions you often ask are not really relevant or something they really paid attention to before. So what I like to do is just kind of find out their maintenance calorie load, giving with the workout that I would be giving them, and then just kind of let them do their thing until we create a new body set point. Maybe it stays the same, maybe ends up dropping, maybe ends up kind of going up. And then that kind of gives us a better idea of metabolically where they're sitting at, and then from there we can go from a more tailored approach. This is the same thing for athletes coming with me into the gym as for MMA and grappling. MMA is a little bit more common because they're always trying to cut weight for fights, and then they'll typically give me some radical thing like, well, I'll walk at 185 and I can get a fight at 145, so I need to lose weight. That's fucking not smart. Okay, so especially if you've been training, like, get in there, train, let your body naturally come down to its typical set point. All right, if you are typically for the past year in MMA or in grappling and you're sitting at say 180 pounds and you want to go down to the next weight category, that's a realistic approach. Okay, and if you've been sitting at that set point, then we have an idea of where to go from. But if you've been training and then you've decided, well, I'm gonna up my training and eat a little bit better, and you start to lose weight naturally already, well, you're really not at your set point. Okay, so the main aspect of this video is basically, I want you to create a set point for yourself that you've been sitting at, and then that way it will help you determine a better avenue on how to either lose weight or gain weight depending on what your goal is.